This is Ryan Duffy with the Duffy Homes team and Worley Associates, and I'm at 1354 Deer Lane in Kirbyville. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house built in 1978, listed for $230,000. So I've just gone through the home interiorly and turned on all the lights, did a quick walkthrough. The home sits on MM Highway, which is Deer Lane here at the end of MM. Sits on a little bit of acreage. I'll pull up the MLS here in a minute. I believe it's 7 or 8 acres. These outbuildings over here sit on a separate acre that's, according to county records, is also owned by the seller. So I'm not sure if that would be available as well, but I'll inquire on that. Just some kind of dilapidated outbuildings and an old fallen in log cabin right there. But that my initial impression, I think that would be a really great spot to clear off and put a nice newer outbuilding or garage. The home sits right next to another home, which butts up to the property. A listing agent said this is the seller's son that lives there. Okay, so initial impressions is walking up. I've got a stucco structure sitting on a partial basement. I believe the rest is crawl space. Newer storm windows on the exterior. Oh no, I take that back. Yeah, not storm windows, newer casement windows. In a couple of spots. The majority of the windows are older wood-framed Anderson windows. They all look to be in pretty good shape. I didn't go through and start opening and closing any of them, but it's kind of cold and rainy out. Newer vinyl slider going out to the deck. The deck itself looks newer. I'll get to the exterior after I'm done walking through inside. I want to track water and mud in. But hardwood floors. I noticed quite a bit of creaking when I first walked in. It looks like they've tried to mend a seam here. Got some staples in it, trying to close that crack. From underneath, you can tell that they used like a particle board underlayment for the subflooring, which I know is pretty popular in the 70s. But you know, once that stuff starts taking a little bit of moisture, it gets pretty spongy and expands and contracts, and just makes for a squeaky subfloor, as you can hear them stepping back and forth. So the living room walks through to the kitchen and dining area. Some stonework, the interior walls here on the first floor. Kitchen, it's not total builder grade, just got some nicer kind of dovetailed drawers. No soft close hardware or anything like that, but they all seem to be in pretty good serviceable shape. Tile backsplash. Again, wooden casement window looking out to the back acreage. Laminate countertops, but they seem to be in pretty good shape. Haven't noticed any stress fractures in the drywall over doors and windows, that sort of thing. It does look like it's been somewhat recently repainted. So attic access here, and there's another one in the upstairs bedroom. Popcorn ceiling. I'll go upstairs first. Carpeting going up the stairs. Whole house fan. I flipped it on real quick when I first walked in. It does seem functional. Linen closet. Small bedroom right here. It's got a little nook with a light in there. I did notice a sign of water damage around this light that doesn't operate. If you can tell, see the kind of discoloration. I've noticed in a couple of spots. I'm assuming they've had a bit of a roof leak in the past. I don't know if that's been addressed or not. I gotta check and see the age of the roof. But nothing crazy that I've noticed so far. Bedroom 2. You can kind of hear the floor squeaking as I walk. There's just a lot of squeaky floors with that particle board underlayment. Again, older Anderson wood casement window. This will be the large larger of the 3 bedrooms. It's got 2 closets. There's another attic access in this closet right there. These windows look out to the highway and the neighbor. Carpet appears older, but seems to be in decent shape. Doesn't smell or anything. Laminate rolled flooring here in the bathroom. Everything seems to be well sealed. I don't see any breaks in the caulk or water damage or anything like that. Just a basic vanity top. Got a little bit of a stress crack right there. That's about the only one I've noticed. For a house built in the 70s, that's pretty good, I think. Guy right there, just going along with that grout line. So the kitchen and living area look down to the basement, kind of family room area. Wood burning fireplace. Partial walkout, right kind of below grade here. Looks like there's the septic riser. I'll get a closer look at all that once I'm outside. Appear to have a bad seal on this window. It's all fogged up. Goes out to the garage, a couple steps up. Hook up for a washer and dryer. Looks like their internet service. Got CenturyLink. Looks like a DSL phone line going to it. Down into the basement. Oh, second bathroom. I didn't even walk in here yet. Older insert. Tub shower. It's old, but it seems clean and somewhat maintained. This is like vinyl tile. And down into the basement. Basement looks like at some point in the past they've had water issues. You can tell it's clean now. I don't smell any moisture or dampness, but it's been waterproofed sometime in the recent past. Walls and floors are all coated with that the poly waterproofing coat. Looks like they've done some foundation crack repairs in spots. They've got the dehumidifier running. They've got a sump pump system with a battery backup, and looks like they've got regular service logs on it. On this notation it says the next service was due July 6th of 2017. It was installed, it says PEP waterproofing foundation repair 6/2 of 15. Got an ancient furnace that does not look to be hooked up. It looks like they've replaced it with this newer electric heat and air unit. I didn't see a date on it, but it does look newer. So they probably just disconnected this and left it because it looks like quite a beast. It's got a vent stack that goes out, I'm assuming up through the roof. Looks like it's had water issues in the past. You can tell it's been dripping and rusting that flue pipe down to the box. And you can see a little bit of, quite a bit actually, of discoloration, where I'm sure that chimney's been leaking or had leaked in the past. That's the only spot in the basement I really noticed major. Well, now I'm looking a little more. I believe right here we're just below the kitchen sink, so it looks like they've had a leak under the kitchen sink. CPVC water lines, for the most part. This freeze-proof they've got running on PEX, but other than that, it looks like it's all older CPVC lines. Had a leak here. This is for the HVAC, but it looks like they've had some water dripping on it. It's kind of rusted out. And that particle board underlayment I was talking about, you can see throughout. It was pretty popular back in the 70s. It just makes for squeaky floors. Where I first walked in, the main entrance, I was mentioning the separation. They tried to mend it. So they've got a little piece of 1x that they screwed from underneath that they were trying to staple from above to get that seam to get back closed. Which, you know, it's a try, but it doesn't really do much. Water heater, I don't see a date on it. It does look newer. Electric water heater. We've got it hooked up to a timer, but the timer's not clicking and it's switched off, so maybe that's just previous use. No date on the well pump here. The holding tank was installed, according to this, 7/10/13. But, you know, all in all, it doesn't smell damp or musty or mildewy, and looks like they've had water issues in the past, but they've attempted to address them. Newer vinyl slider windows in the basement. Looks like someone chewed away at this one. Just had a squirrel down here or something. That one's chewed through. You can see the edge of the seal. Oh, down here too. And this one, all three on this side. Something was trying to get out. And into the garage. Two and a half car garage, older fluorescent lights. Looks like they've had water coming through the roof here in a number of spots. You see a lot of discoloration along the seams here. It's just either fallen out or been torn out. Plank underlayment for the roof. It's not plywood. It's an older plank roof system. 200 amp service panel. A fair amount of cracking in the slab for the garage. It looks like they've gone through and epoxied all of it. Wooden garage door. That looks like it could probably stand to be replaced. Looks older. Separation in the glass panes. Let's see if it works. Nope. So it looks out to the circle drive and then back out to the highway. All right, I'm going to close up the inside and move outside.